Hello everyone! Welcome back to the Super Memory for Schools program. I'm Miss Tao. Let's come to the subject English for Grade 9, Unit 6, the environment. Do you know what the environment is? The environment is the natural world in which people, plants, and animals live. But nowadays, the environment has been polluted. Pollute. And we have its noun, pollution. And next, I will give you some words to describe environmental problems. Air pollution, water pollution, deforestation, dynamite fishing, spraying pesticides, garbage dump, plastic bag, exhaust fume. Those are some words to describe environmental problems. As you can see, the environment is now seriously polluted. So what do we have to do to protect the environment? We should reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce is to lessen the amount of trash we dump into the environment. Reuse is to find another usage for everyday objects. For example, for bottles and cans, instead of throwing them away, you can use them to arrange flowers or to contain other liquids. Recycle means, from an object, we will turn it into a different object. So today we have learned some words describing the environment. Let's revise the vocabulary. Environment, pollute, pollution, air pollution, water pollution, deforestation, dynamite fishing, spraying pesticides, garbage dump, plastic bag, exhaust fume, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's come to the second part, grammar. Today I'm going to introduce to you a new grammar section. It is adverb clause of reason with the conjunctions because, as, since. Have you learned those conjunctions before? I think you have learned because at grades 6, 7, and 8, but as and since are quite new to you, right? Because, as, and since are synonyms. They all mean because. Let me give you an example. We can't swim because the river is polluted. My sentence has two clauses. The first clause, we can't swim. I call it the main clause. The second clause, because the river is polluted. I call it the adverb clause of reason. And I use the conjunction because, so why is it called the adverb clause of reason? Because it shows the reason why we can't swim. It is because the river is polluted. Can you think of some other ways to form this sentence without using because? We can use as or since. We can't swim as the river is polluted. We can't swim since the river is polluted. Let's come to the second grammar section, expressions to persuade people in protecting the environment. Today I will teach you some ways to persuade people, especially in today's lesson, to protect the environment. We have the following structure. I think you should plus verb base form. What does I think you should mean? Why don't you plus verb base form? This is not a question, although it ends with a question mark. It is a suggestion. It would be better if you plus verb base form. and what about / how about plus verb ing. Especially in the above 4 structures, 3 of them go with the verb base form, but only one of them goes with verb ing. It is what about / how about. Let's find some ways to protect the environment. I will give you an example. I think you should recycle bottles and cans. Let's make another sentence using the structure that I have just taught you. You can use the structure, why don't you? Why don't you recycle bottles and cans? Let's try another structure. It would be better if you recycle bottles and cans. And the last structure. What about recycling bottles and cans? Can you see any problem with the structure, what about? After that, we have to use verb ing. Very good. And especially at the end of why don't you and what about, you have to use the question mark. So after today's lesson, you have learned some words describing the environment, and you have also learned another 2 grammar sections. They are the adverb clause of reason and some expressions to persuade people to protect the environment. Our lesson ends here. See you in the next English lesson of Miss Tao in the Super Memory for Schools program. Goodbye, see you later.